Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mindy and I'm gonna talk about the long overdue video that I was planning to do it last month, which is best eyeshadow palette that I used in 2022. I don't know about you guys, but I bought a lot of eyeshadows in 2022. Among all those eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection, I selected a few that's the best eyeshadow palette I've tried in 2022. So without further ado, let's get started. The first one is the Danessa Merrick's one of the newest and hottest palette, Lightwork Volume 4. So it's called the Illuminating Eye and Face Palette, and it looks like this. And these metallic shimmers are super pigmented. It's really gorgeous. So this palette is so special. It says the face and eyes, and I didn't understand that these 4 shades, I don't know what's called, Intuition, Heaven, Paradise, and Aura. But these 4 shades, you need to activate with water. So I didn't know until I read the box, and I didn't know how to work it. But later on, I tried with the wet brushes. It's gorgeous. It's just like a duochrome, like glittery, metallic-y, all the good stuff. All these like duochrome, multi-chrome shades, extremely pigmented. It's very beautiful. Right here, look at that. Just a little tiny dip. I didn't even press it. It's just super gorgeous. So different texture and different colors, and it's pretty bold and bright, and these vibrant shades are no joke. It's just a one shade. You can just see how gorgeous these are. So I fell in love with this palette, and I honestly didn't use these much, but top row and then the bottom row, it's just gorgeous. I can't recommend enough if you get a hands on this one. Moving on to the next one, more wearable side. This is VGR's 54's Violetta. These 4 shades are really beautiful and wearable, especially this one is beautiful duochrome shade that I just use on top of any eyeshadow, and you can see how gorgeous these are. They curated really nicely, and each shades complement each other really well. These 2 are transition shade outer V, and that's most beautiful like shimmery shades, great for toppers, and this one is a beautiful shimmer shade. Look at that. I love this little palette, 54 Violetta. And another VGR palette that I keep reaching for is this one. It's called a Le Marais palette, and all the shades are pretty warm, and these 3 shades and the purple one, you can't just create the most sophisticated purple look, and I love this shade. This is my favorite shade. It's totally worth it, the whole palette. Just one shade in here, and this one is this one. So right here, it's most beautiful shade. It's not the same. It's probably, you can see the difference, slightly different. This one is on the daytime, like sunlight, it's more lilac-y and purpley, but you can see the pink shift in this, and I really love this one. All the shades are really creamy, nicely pigmented, and blend easily, and I am just loving this palette so much. It's one of the greatest palettes that they come out with recently. Speaking of more glittery shades, this is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's called a Hypnotizing Pop Shots. It went popular so quickly. It sold out, and they restocked twice, and this is a shade, most unique shade that I picked up. It's Cosmic Rocks. It's so soft. You can see how pigmented this is. So look at that. Gorgeous shade. I really love this singles from Charlotte Tilbury, but then this is one shade, I think it's $32, $34 in US. So it's pretty pricey for the product, but I think this shade itself is totally worth it. I know that this shade is already discontinued, but if you get a hands-on somewhere, please pick this up. And I think this is most beautiful and special shade from the Charlotte Tilbury they came out with in 2022. Another great one from the Charlotte Tilbury last year was Pillow Talk Dreams, and I used a ton, but it doesn't look like I used it a lot. But these two shades are really beautiful, and these two are great transition outer V shades and add some depth to the eye looks. And this is gorgeous. I really loved pigmentations, blendability, and everything worked so nicely together. So I really love these 4 shades in here. And this is more, I would say it's a little more intensified version of the Pillow Talk palettes, but I really love this one. So this is Pillow Talk Dreams from Charlotte Tilbury. Tom Ford Beauty brought out quite a few palettes last year, and this is a creme formula from last year's launches. This is a smoky quartz. It's really creamy, it's soft, it's beautiful, very nicely pigmented and easy to work with. And one more palette that I want to mention from Tom Ford Beauty is Metal Lust. I don't have it at the moment right now, right here. Anyways, Metal Lust is another great metallic palette that they came out with, and I just adore that palette so much. Smoky Quartz and Metal Lust are the best eyeshadow from Tom Ford Beauty last year, and hopefully they're gonna come out with the more creme eyeshadow palettes like these this year. I really love the formula of those. So this is a Patrick Ta Beauty's Major Dimension Palette 2. Variants of the rosy shades, Dusty Rose right here, more deepest ones, lighter ones. One side is all metallic shimmer side, and these are all mattes. There's 2 cream shades for the base, so I really love this palette as well. I wasn't a fan of their face palette. After this one, they came out with the face palette, but I really love their eyeshadow palettes way more than face palette they came out with. This is another amazing palette from Patrick Ta. I really love the first one as well. It got more loved by so many people last year, and I still adore this palette so much. Okay, down to 2 brands now. This is a Chanel's most sold out palette, limited edition tweed limited edition ones, and this is a 01 Tweed Coupe. It's more brownish, bronzy shades in here, and it's gorgeous. Beautiful tweed packaging, tweed sleeve, and the eyeshadow itself is another great quality. It's so pigmented, beautiful. There are 4 different shade variants, but this one is my favorite, and I really love Tweed Coupe #1 shades a lot. If you haven't tried Chanel eyeshadow palettes, and this is the one that I recommend, and all 4 shades work really nicely. Their shimmers are gorgeous, beautifully blended on the eyes, and I couldn't say enough of this palette. Last brand I'm gonna mention is Dior, my favorite brand. In 2022, I bought so many palettes. This is one of the things that I keep reaching for, and I keep using it. This is a new dress, $649 new dress, and this is a permanent line. You can get it everywhere who carries the Dior Beauty products, and this is so versatile. You can just use for daily, for special occasion, and this is beautiful palette. I recommend everyone who's wants to try the Dior's eyeshadow palettes formula, then I would highly recommend. And this one is a Miss Dior 1947, and I believe this is a limited edition one, but this shade is so gorgeous, and I just fell in love with the whole Miss Dior collection last year, and this is one of the palette that I keep reaching. And another sophisticated chic like Dior look, not too much, perfect for every day, but it's something there to give your eyes pop in. And this is one of the things that I fell in love with so much in last year. And one more thing is the Backstage line. This is number 7 Coral Neutral. Backstage eyeshadow line is so many color variants. I posted on my Instagram. By the way, if you haven't checked my Instagram, I have so many swatches. My Instagram handle is at another_MK. So please check it out if you want to find some Dior, Chanel, Charlotte Tilbury's swatches. Head over there at Instagram at another_MK. Backstage line is so affordable and so many color options you can get. So I highly recommend, if you haven't tried any of the Backstage line, they are all good, very beautiful, easy to work with. So I highly recommend these as well if you haven't tried any of the Dior eyeshadow lines. This is more like their signature quints. If you have a more option, easy to use, and Backstage line won't be disappoint you at all. There it is. So I talk about a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and among all these things, and these are most standout products in 2022. So hopefully this video can help you to decide whether or not if you want to try something new. Any of the recommendations, if you have any questions, always ask me through like comments or DM and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye.